1 in 2 of us will develop cancer in our own lifetimes. That means everybody here today, watching, listening, working on cancer will get this disease. So it's important that we do something about this terrible disease that we all hate.
So I was having a discussion with Madison.
Meet Matt Spence.
2 T's coming up.
It's hard to hate cancer more than him. 2 years ago, this former professional rugby player and father of 2 was given only a few months to live.
It happened to me, and I'm one of those people who just expected nothing like that would ever happen to me, and we go through our life like that. So we were on a blissful holiday, and I was actually about a week away from being diagnosed with cancer and didn't know.
And for his wife, Zoe.
And it just felt like the bottom had dropped out in our world.
Matt is living proof. Scientists are onto something big in this cure against cancer.
It's not just happening to me, it's happened to other people. And so we are curing people right now. They're being cured of cancer that there was no other outcome for me other than death.
Max was amazing. You remember? I am a big believer that sooner or later it will happen to me. It happened to my sister. She was so healthy. You would have never said she would have had it. And she got it.
Grazia says her twin sister was super strong and had never been sick. She was only 17 when she died.
Just one day, I was carrying her back to school. She started complaining about, a pain in her scapula, and that was cancer.
Investing in research is investing in life, in all the people that are suffering cancer, to give them a chance.
Lola Mantarola, the president and founder of CRIS Cancer, should know about chances. Diagnosed with multiple myeloma cancer at a very late stage, she was told she had some 6 months to live.
I was diagnosed 9 years ago with an incurable cancer in a really advanced stage.
Try to imagine walking the streets daily, just knowing this, especially with 2 young kids to care for at home.
I had the feeling that I didn't have much time for them, so then I was like, well, I have to make any moment that I have to be with them.
I've had a regular life.
She says, just like Matt, she never thought she would be the one to get so sick.
I was telling my friends, well, I'm sure I'm not going to have leukemia, because I didn't know how many people were suffering from cancer. I lived totally apart from cancer. Nobody of my family had it. So we both faced these horrible moments, and we saw this hope in research. And that's why research is so important to beat cancer. It's the only way.
It's incredible, actually.
It was the new, powerful cancer research and clinical trials her husband actually found that gave Lola this second chance at life. So now she is all about paying it back.
As somebody else did it for me, I was saved by a clinical trial funded by a charity. When I wake up, I think, well, let's just get together all and try to save some other people and give opportunity, the same opportunity that I had.
Lola runs the UK CRIS Cancer charity here, and Diego, her husband, runs the sister one in Spain.
All these people that support CRIS Cancer Foundation knows that the money goes to the right place. Just bear in mind, for us, our overhead costs are 5%. So 95% of the money that is given to CRIS Cancer goes directly to research. We are touching directly lives of more than 700 patients that we have in different clinical trials, in the different projects. And this is something that I still think we're not doing enough.
And we use this microscope in order to define the areas where the tumor is.
The key funding right now for CRIS Cancer, the UK's Institute of Cancer Research, or what is also called ICR. ICR is the top cancer research center in the world. So take a good look inside at the immunotherapy work being done. The ICR is what saved Matt.
So the treatments that you have received and are continuing to receive are doing exactly what we would want it to do. It's turning the immune system back on, making it see the cancer better. So here you can see that the tumor cells in blue are surrounded by a dense population of immune cells. Key for our research is to work out how we can make those immune cells attack the cancer cells and get rid of them in exactly the way that we have done in you.
So you would take an extract of a treated tumor, for example.
So how can we help hardworking researchers cure everyone like they did for Matt and Lola? It's all in the funding.
Charity funding, often from the smaller charities as well, can make a difference, can be transformational by funding a type of research or an individual, or to get things going in a new area that would not have been possible before.
But I only have, several $1,000s to give you. Can you do anything with that? Can I really make a difference?
So every single dollar or pound that comes into the lab makes a difference. For example, this microscope, we always need to renew our microscopes. This is £5,000.
Donate a few £100. The ICR can buy these chemical agents that allow them to do experiments for at least a week. Have £20,000 to give? We learned the ICR can buy this high-tech centrifuge.
This machine behind it looks like a simple plain box, but it's a machine that we use for purifying and collecting together cancer cells before we study them. It's fundamentally important.
And what about this all-important Vectra machine? At a cost of about £300,000, it's the key to advancing immunotherapy.
When you invest in any other organization for cancer, you never know which project they select. CRIS every year gives us an indication of which niche they're going to select. That information gives me an immediate confidence that my money is invested for something which is really worth it.
Immunotherapy is the way we fix ourselves. Scientists are so smart now, they know how to fix it or improve it or supercharge it or direct it.
The time is now to do this because we're beginning to understand deeply how cancer is caused.
What we are doing and what the support we get from the CRIS Cancer Foundation within this project is helping is to understand better what happens in patients during treatment, how the immune system reacts to the cancer and how that evolves.
And CRIS Cancer Foundation's ultimate goal?
To defeat cancer. So we want to finish cancer, and we don't want anybody that will face a doctor and they will telling them there is nothing we can do for you and there is no hope.
Here he is having a snack with his twin.
That was Heidi Noelani's biggest fear. To hear those words, no hope, from the doctors of her little 3-year-old nephew. Little Louis was diagnosed with leukemia when he was not even 2 years old.
Watching them struggle through countless hospital visits and basically making the hospital their second home for the last 15 months has been, it's been really hard. It's horrific. It's nothing, no parent would ever want their children to go through that. And I always think there has to be a better way.
Each of us, we have a huge chance to die of cancer. Our children have this chance. So we want to make everybody aware that joining together our strength, our donations, our activities, our volunteering, everything will make a huge change.
And I think it's the most exciting development in cancer treatment that we've had over, say, the last 10 years, and is changing things enormously now.
The fact I'm going to see my little girl get to her 10th birthday is beyond what you can imagine.
There is so much work to be done, and the only way to cure cancer is through research.